What's what's good, YouTube? It's your boy JT, and hold up, we're about to clock in again, man. Oh shit, I got corona all over the place. Yo, I know it's been a long time, but I'm back. I was doing a break off YouTube, and I'm doing a break on social media, but I'm back, alright? And I was actually watching this video for like a couple minutes, but then I was like, I gotta bring this video to my YouTube channel. So we're gonna react to this video, man. Without, it's been a long time, my bad, bro. But let's go through this video, man.
One of the things that, as I'm like kind of listening to you share some things, and you've shared some things as well, and you guys refer to some of these guys as losers, and then you guys also refer to some of these guys as not having money, and then, you know, a lot of unhealthy things that make guys unattractive. You guys have described them as well. Do you guys think there's any characteristics about yourselves that make you unattractive to men, the same way that you find certain guys so unattractive to you?
Yes.
Okay. And what would you think those characteristics are?
About oneself.
Yeah, about yourself. Yeah.
Okay. I think I threaten men because I'm just very independent and I'm very successful, and I don't really need to rely on anybody else or you know, just even bother with your presence because I am so well established on my own. So
At 23.
See, so if you guys didn't notice, the guy asked, "What's like one of the turnoffs that you might have, personality traits that you might have that it's a turnoff for a guy?" And she basically said she's ambitious, she got her stuff together, you know, and she's independent. That's not a turnoff, bro. You see? She's not getting the type of guy that she wants. So she's trying to say that, oh, guys don't want me because I'm independent. No, my baby. That's not a reason guys don't want you. See, guys don't really care about that, you know? Cause our nature is, it's like it's in our nature to like provide, and it is what it is, right? Some guys like to see women ambitious, you know, and I like them too. But you being independent is not a turn off for any guy. Trust me.
yes, 23 with a money tree, boo. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
And what is your job?
I work on OnlyFans
Okay.
and I'm a model.
So money tree from OnlyFans.
Yes, I run a business off OnlyFans.
Okay.
Plug it in. Yeah, what's your OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.com.
We're not doing that anymore.
So in regards to this money tree, is this like one of those, you know, have you seen the Karate Kid? One of those
Okay,
short.
so I quit my job
Okay.
and I didn't have anything else to do. So obviously I took a leap of faith and I started an OnlyFans.
Mhm.
And with that, I started making $100, whatever, let's say X amount of money. And throughout time,
Hold up. So she quit her job, and she took a leap of faith, and started on OnlyFans. My baby, let me tell you something. Starting on OnlyFans is not a leap of faith. Leap of faith is me quitting my job to start investing in the stock market or forex or start my own business. And you're trying to tell me that you quitting your job and doing something that a lot of girls are doing it, right? Every girl can do it. Go on her freaking phone and post, oh, hold up. Let me fix this. And be like, oh, work's done. You think you're a businesswoman? You're selling nudes. She's selling nudes and she thinks that she's a businesswoman. I just woke up. Let me make a quick 1,000. That was so hard. Whew. Well, at least my business is going good. Come on, bro.
That X amount of money has multiplied way too many times in order, and then it's become a business at this point. So you run a full-blown business when you have an OnlyFans.
And how long have you been doing that for?
A little over a year.
Okay, so it's like a money tree, like that kind of tree, or like actual.
So
like,
I need a bigger bag than that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I think it's interesting. No disrespect to any women in the OnlyFans industry that you guys think that you have like money, when like you guys more than likely don't. And in regards to like having a career, you guys are actually like temp workers, you know, and so it's a season of temporary of money, but I don't think it's a money tree. Because when I think about a tree can also have seeds that create more money.
What you mean to tell me is that my looks are not going to last me very long.
That's exactly what he's telling you. See, let me tell you something about women. You, as a girl, you are born with the looks. Men are born with the looks. But see, in this society, a lot of men are learning that they have to praise women. Therefore, you got the simps, you got beta males providers, you got all that stuff, right? And women are getting smarter. So they know they can take advantage of that. Because let's be honest, if you have an OnlyFans, majority of your clients, whatever you want to call it, are men. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So women are taking advantage of that. But listen, you do what you do. But as you get older, at some point, you're going to reach a peak and then you're going to go down. Because when your supporters will eventually mature, and you're gonna start to get older. Your looks will fade away. Your body is kind of like, I don't even know what to say. You're basically getting older, and people will not support you anymore.
But
That's
what I
he's saying.
need to tell you is that
Yes, they are. 'Cause
money
guys,
is flowing abundantly at this point in my life. So I'm taking advantage of that situation.
Yeah.
And with that, I can invest
Invest,
into
of
myself
course.
and different parts of myself. I don't have to work 40 hours a week or give myself up or do anything that I don't
Like I said, they're getting smarter. She quit her job to do OnlyFans.
want to do because of the liberty that I have. So if you could go ahead and put me down, say I don't got money, whatever.
No. I
there's
think
people making millions off of OnlyFans.
Of course.
And you're
You
calling
You don't know how
people
much I made at
temp
the end of the
workers.
day.
no, but do you know why it's temp work? You know what temp means?
But it's not, because you could do it for as long as
Yeah,
you
you
want.
really can.
Yeah.
You can stop while you're 70. You could stop.
No, you can't. What she said?
You could do it for as long as
Yeah,
you
you
want.
really can.
Yeah.
You can stop while you're 70. You could stop while you're 50.
Listen, I don't subscribe to OnlyFans. The OnlyFans I subscribe to is from Diddy G, and he was teaching how to make money online. Nothing of pornography, nothing. I will never do that. But you said you can do it till you're 70? Who's watching a 70-year-old body? You know what I'm saying? Her. Who's watching you when your chest is like these? Like saggy. No one is watching that. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that.
50. Right now,
There's
I'm 23.
50-year-olds.
If I keep doing
Yeah,
it
there's
until
grandmas
I'm
on
like
it.
30 something,
Yeah.
after so many years, that would be and thousands and thousands and
At the end
thousands
of
of
the
dollars.
day, I don't think you're the consumer for that. So you really have,
Yeah. No,
you really don't know what to say about it because you're not spending your money on it. So how would you even know how much money goes in there?
Someone asked if it's a money tree, what seeds can you plant with OnlyFans?
Well,
Anything
you can
you
start up
want.
any business you want.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
though.
I
anything in
think
the world.
my biggest thing is I just think when you're a
Money
20-year-old
is money.
kid,
I'm a 20-year-old woman.
think when you're a 20-year-old kid,
I'm a 20-year-old woman.
I'm sorry, that was rude of me.
Yes.
When you're a 20-year-old kid and you think
Yo, this guy is a savage. 22 Savage in the building, bro.
I'm sorry, I was
He
rude
said,
of me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When you're a 20-year-old kid and you think that you have a certain amount of money, and when you think that your career is a career when it's a temp job, my problem is so many young women believe this story. And then when you look at women who are your peers, who are 40 and 50, how many of them who were in sex work are still making profit? Because what you're not realizing is right now, yes, you're making $10,000, $12,000, $8,000 a month doing OnlyFans. That's fantastic. But what's going to happen is each year, as you become older, as your audience begins to mature and gets kind of tired of the same old girl, they're going to move on to the new girl on the block and spend money on her. And that 10,000 that was coming in becomes 7, and then it becomes 5, and then it becomes 4. But here's the problem. Your lifestyle remains the same.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like, as you grow older, your looks will fade away. You know what I'm saying? And he said, hold up, let's hear what he's saying right
And
now.
then it becomes 5, and then it becomes 4. But here's the problem. Your lifestyle remains the same. And your lifestyle also increases at times. So the bills that were once $5,000 a month become 6 and 7, 8. And the same exact problem that athletes had, which is why so many athletes are broke, because they make their money when they're young, and then that career is not sustainable.
Exactly.
Women in sex work have that same problem, and they go into that same situation.
Yeah.
And so to me, when you call it a money tree, you're deceiving yourself. And to me, that's harmful message to be communicating to women, because I know a lot of women who are in these different fields and these different industries, and when they're 20 and they're young, they think they're making so much money, but when they look back on the women before them, that's not the case. Do you understand that concept in regards to money as well?
I understand the lesson you're trying to teach me 100% because that's true for any business. It's not going to last forever. So I completely get that. And, if you have any knowledge on how to get further in life, I feel like you should spread it, right? So if you know how to make anybody more successful, then you should do it if you have that knowledge, which is great that you do. And I have the knowledge that I have, and I use it to my advantage, and I use it and I spread it. And you have your knowledge, and you should use it and spread yours.
No, I agree with you, but for me, I think the reason that kind of like made me want to question it is because I'm from Atlanta, hear so many women who are saying that they're making money from OnlyFans when you're making money in a year. And you're thinking that money you made in a year is going to be the money that you're going to be making in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years, and 40 years. And so that's just not the case. So that's just something I hope, I don't know if you're listening, but I hope that's something that you grasp, because the money that you make today at 23, that might be the most you'll ever make in your life, but your lifestyle remains the same.
But what if like these girls, some of them, I mean, I'm not saying everyone, but like what if some of them are smart businesswomen, or they develop a more business mindset and they take the quick money that they made and they invest it and they develop it and they build on it?
They can, but let's be real here. Most won't.
No. And I
Exactly.
totally get that. But what if they
That's
do?
other women.
What if they do?
Okay,
You guys have
Not
never met a smart
everybody
woman?
is the same. Like
you're 100%
my
right.
friend, he's making $150,000 off of OnlyFans every single month.
Okay.
Wait, is it
As-
Jimmy?
Jimmy.
But that's not the point,
He's
Dave.
one of
I know you
my
look
best
familiar.
friends. Yeah.
I know you look familiar.
I think I know who that is too.
Okay.
But so he kind of like taught me the ropes on how to like be able to grow your OnlyFans. But you could really like, I know it's hard from the outside looking in, but you could really make
really
it into
is.
like a career that could really take care of all of your finances and be financially stable and free. It just depends on how much you invest into yourself, what kind of social media following you have. Because it's not really, to be honest, it's not really about what you're selling. It's about Instagram too. How many people follow you on Instagram? How many people, how many exposures, how many followers you have, how many people are actually fans of you and want to go subscribe to you. So I don't like, yeah.
No, I under.
How many exposures, how many followers you have, how many people are actually fans of you and want to go subscribe to you.
So this girl meant to tell me that she got fans. Is your mixtape coming soon? Cause I might just be a fan of you. But my baby, let's be real. All jokes aside, you don't have fans. You have horny dudes trying to rearrange your insides. They're not fans, bro. They're not fans. You got horny dudes that get no action. You see? Bench dudes trying to rearrange your insides. They're not fans, bro. They're not fans.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. I understand that in regards to making money today. If I'm a 22-year-old woman and I want to make money today, it's common math since the beginning of time. Take your clothes off, people will give you money. But the problem is that in regards to the long run of life, that's not a sustainable model.
I have a question.
I'll go ahead.
Would you say the same thing about girls that are in like the nightlife industry? I'm not saying strippers. I'm saying like bartenders, servers, nightclub waitresses, bottle girls. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say the same thing? Like that they're, because they're making fast money, whatever. But what if they take it, they flip it, and they do?
It's the same thing. Not literally, but with age, it will decrease. Let me tell you why. I used to work at a restaurant, and first of all, girls will make more money as bartenders, servers than guys. I think that's something that everyone should know, right? Everyone knows. It's just that the better the girl looks, the more tips you're gonna get. Of course, it has to do with your personality too, but if you take two girls with the same personality, one is a 9, one is a 7, the 9 is gonna get more tips. It's just what it is. She's gonna get more money.
And I love that point. But we have to ask ourselves an honest question. How many people are real life entrepreneurs? And so to me, it kind of offends me.
You guys are
I'm
not.
Not saying anyone here is doing it. When certain people act like they're entrepreneurs when they're not. A lot of people who are entrepreneurs understand that it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a long go.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be 22 years old, make money, and then all of a sudden have that money for the rest of your life. You're probably going to lose it over and over, and you have to do so many things. And so to me, it's the idea that, okay, are they going to take this money at 22 and then invest in their life? The question becomes, what are they doing with this money? Because what happens with a lot
Breaking bags.
of girls at 22 and 23 years old, what do they end up doing? They end up buying nice apartments. Do you guys live in nice apartments?
Yes.
Do you have a nice car?
Yes.
Do you have nice clothes?
Yes.
So what ends up happening is you begin to build a lifestyle up.
I got it.
And
you
you
have to
keep up
maintain
with
it.
Yes, and then
Like,
what happens
it's
is
like
your
a money pit.
your
You
money
have
is
to
not
put it
going
in
into your
yourself.
business.
No, 100%.
Because the reality is you already have a short-term mindset
Yeah.
thinking. If you're thinking fast money, how are you going to be a person that's also simultaneously going to invest for the long haul? And that is oxymoronical. So is there a girl who might do OnlyFans, who might save 90% of her money to learn about stocks, cryptocurrencies, of real estate, is that a potential? Yes, but is that the majority? No. And so the reality is most people who get into careers with short-term fast money perspectives, they end up being short-term fast money people, and they don't end up making the money in the long term. So
guys, quick announcement.
Very good point. Very good
Exactly.
point.
We got the Godfather in the house, Kevin
Kevin
Samuels.
Samuels.
So we're just add him on
I'm gonna just tell you, this is not gonna end up good.
stream. Kevin, welcome to the show, man.
Now let's play Big Bank, take Little Bank.
Oh,
Oh, man.
We got Kevin fucking
Big
Samuels in
bank
the
to little
house.
bank. Hey, big
guys,
bank
how
to
we doing?
little bank.
What's up, Kevin?
One thing that I heard from the ladies that I often heard when I spent a lot of time in corporate strip clubs with high-end escorts, porn stars, the new girls to the industry all thought they discovered fire because they were hot. What Hafiz was trying to tell you ladies is the money you're making is seasonal. There will be a new it chick every season. And what ends up happening is if you don't take the money you have while you're hot, and if you're not flexible enough to listen to people who know better, you'll just have a lot of money that you blow.
Still recording? Alright. We're straight down. We're straight.
Now, I don't know why so many women think OnlyFans is this open fount of money. It's money. OnlyFans is at scale now, and we have no history on women going a decade of making money, same store sales year over year on this platform. So everything that I heard from you ladies is the most optimistic projections if nothing changes.
But
This
it
isn't-
does open, so it's not possible
That's
for it to be for 10 years because it hasn't even been a decade since the website has just came.
That's what I just said.
Sex work has been around since forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what.
Okay, so like I was saying, I traffic in places where high-end dancers, escorts, sex work. Ladies, how do you honestly think you're going to make increasing money over the next 10 years?
I've increased my money exponentially every single month since
10 years.
I started OnlyFans.
That's a month.
And that's every month.
10
But I
years.
said over the next 10 years. You've been in this business for right about a year, right?
Is 10 years old yet?
That's not the question.
Well, any business. If it
See,
lasts
see,
10
and see,
years-
and here's the
See what I'm saying? She don't believe that she'll make. Basically, what she's saying is that she don't believe that she'll be making the same amount of money on OnlyFans in 10 years. But she doesn't want to give Kevin the pleasure to be right. You know what I'm saying? So he's asking her a question, and she's asking a question back. She doesn't want to answer that question. But she knows she's not gonna make the same amount of money on OnlyFans in 10 years.
thing, and this is what I mean by the hard-headedness piece of it. In order to be able to take the money you've made and apply the so-called knowledge you have, you need to be able to work and leverage it with people who know more than you, instead of looking Hafiz in the face like he doesn't know what he's talking about when he runs a almost $1 million business. The guys on the podcast who are on the verge of running $1 million business, and another person who knows how to do it is run most of it. You're asking me questions to prove to you like I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't think you know what you're talking about regarding OnlyFans. That's for sure. Because
But I do know what I'm talking about as far as business and making money.
in regards to making money, money comes in waves, and we all have to understand that. And if we all invest successfully, we could.
Where are you investing? Where are you investing?
So people are
Where are you investing?
average.
Where are you investing?
That's none of your business.
See what I'm saying? What she's trying to say again, she's not investing on anything, but she doesn't want to give him the pleasure. You know what I'm saying? I can tell she's a very masculine hard-headed girl, and we don't want those. I ain't gonna lie, my baby, you look good, but we don't want those.
It's
We
it's,
don't
it's
want those.
To clear
well,
that.
see, I accept what you just said, but you said money comes in waves. Granted, we have to invest. It's taken. Where's some of the places you're investing?
You
You
have
said
to
money
work.
not business. See, this is what this OnlyFans economy has done. It's let women with really low functioning knowledge, no high value or high ticket
Excuse
skills.
me. That's not low functioning knowledge.
Well,
Run a
let's
business
talk.
not
Okay,
low
every time I've
functioning
asked you any question about business, and you've asked me a question instead of answering it. And I said, and if it's not you, eat the meat, spit out the bones. But what OnlyFans has done is it's created a bubble economy. Women are rushing to OnlyFans thinking that it's the new .com, the new real estate, and they're realizing that there is no sustainable way to project this out for over 5 years. Now, maybe you don't know that knowledge, but I do.
I mean, 5 years, you know, if you have OnlyFans with 21, 26 years old, still will go. But I think like 30 plus, my baby, you gotta go.
Because anyway. So
We can go to the club, but like we're not.
You can't
letting
even
you
get in.
But
We're
do you
not
but
letting
do you
you in.
understand that what he's not trying to hate, and so
No,
this is
but listen, I'm investing
he
my
is trying
to-
OnlyFans
Okay,
money into body contouring. He's asking my friend, what is she investing in?
yeah.
He was trying to make her feel bad about that. I'm doing it into
I
body.
asked her what she was investing in. I don't know whether it's good or bad.
I didn't
None of
wanna
you guys
talk
pay my
about-
bills, so why would I tell you about my business unless you're
So
in my back?
See, when you ask people questions or you tell them stuff, and if you ask them questions like, what do you invest in? The point of conversation is that you should be investing, but she's not investing. So she doesn't want to look bad. What she's gonna do is she's gonna feel some type of way about the question, right? And since she feels some type of way, she's gonna get mad. And that's exactly what is happening right now. You can tell that the energy on the conversation has like kind of shifted. She's low-key mad, dumb too.
So
I think guys are just mad. It's
I don't
easier
think you
for
guys
girls to
are
make
No,
money.
very
but-
happy for me
okay,
for my
ladies,
success.
calm down. Ladies, calm down. Here's the reality. The point of the matter is that what we're trying to communicate is that a lot of fields that give people quick money, whether it's entertainment, whether it's sports, whether it's acting, there's so many fields that will give you quick money today. And when you get that money, you think you've made it. Look at all the Atlanta rappers. Look at all the basketball players. You think that you made it because you're getting money today. But a lot of these fields in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're not making the same amount of money. It's not just you women on OnlyFans, it's also men as well. But the reality of the matter is that if you are not wise with your money, if you are not long-sighted with your money, if you don't have actual investments, like understanding cryptocurrency, like understanding mutual funds, like understanding stocks, when you're not educating yourself on those matters, what ends up happening is you end up losing your money. And the reality of the matter is, for a lot of women who are into sex work, you guys are short-sighted individuals. So if you're a short-sighted person, more than likely you're not spending your money. You're buying bags. You're buying nice
Who
apartments.
said OnlyFans is just sex work though?
I didn't
Who
say.
said I'm buying bags? Like, who said I don't own?
Let me
own
finish.
stocks?
Let me finish.
Well, hold on. See, you can't do that. I
Like-
asked you what you're buying and what you're investing in, and you didn't want to say it. So when Hafiz makes an assumption, then you want to question that. See, here's what we have going on. This is what I said about being hard-headed.
I think you
and
guys
stubborn.
should be more
Let
open-minded.
him finish.
Yes.
Let him finish.
Be serious
So-
with what
so
you're
guys,
talking
You
what-
about.
guys need to spread a positive message because at the end of the day, I'm leaving here with a negative message from this podcast.
You're not living with a negative message. This is a positive message. You're just leaving mad at yourself. That's it. That's it.
Because you guys
Can somebody grab some control because
It's
you
just-
don't tell me what I need to do.
Real
I mean, hold on.
No, real quick.
You
We're
guys
just
will
expressing
judge me.
And
opinions
it's
here.
been
But
90
not
minutes.
Ladies.
No one is judging.
We're just gonna express the opinions.
No one.
Me and Fresh are not, and we're gonna
Yeah.
let you and Hafiz and Kevin talk about this,
Yeah.
and then you guys can give your points. Everyone's gonna get a form to speak.
But
Don't worry.
as a man that you don't even know her, you have no place to tell her how and where to invest her money, how to make
He's
her
not
I
money.
didn't
doing
tell her
that.
where anything. I just asked what she was doing.
Just ask
You don't
Kevin.
even
Just-
know.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean, guys. This is what I mean. This
All
is
right,
what
let Kevin
this.
speak.
This
You don't know
is
how much
what this
money
economy
that
breeds. It
Ladies,
takes a lot of.
ladies,
It
let
takes.
him
This
speak.
is what this economy breeds, guys.
Speak, ladies. Let him speak, and then you guys will get your shot too.
So Hafez has been he's tried to be as measured as possible. I came in and tried to be as measured as possible. And what are we getting? We're getting attacked. We're getting anger. We're getting you don't know nothing. You don't know what I do know. What I do know. What I do know. What I do. What I do know.
Please let him make his
What I
point.
do
Yes,
know is of all the business people on this platform, the people who are going to have long-term success are not you.
Okay, so I'll see. You're saying it's not me. We'll see. We'll see if I won't be successful.
And my point that I was simply trying to bring up, if you feel offended, that's how you feel. But
Exactly.
I'm not offended
No.
'cause it's not
No.
true.
You had a chance. You had a chance. New York. You had a chance to talk. The reality of the matter is, there is a way, whether you're upset or not, that you talk to people. I have not been trying to be disrespectful to you. I have not raised my tone. I have attempted to allow you to communicate and not talked over you. So what's not going to happen is that as adults, that you're going to treat me in one way and I'm going to treat you a different way. The same way that you want me to be respectful, to listen to you and to try to have a conversation with you, I ask that you do the same. If we cannot follow those rules, then you can exit the conversation, because we are simply trying to have a conversation here. If you felt like somebody, New York, you have to let people talk. You see, this is the problem. Now we're getting into the problem of modern society, because the whole reason I even got here is because there was certain attitudes I was seeing that you guys were inhibiting. Because remember, the initial question was, what are characteristics about yourself that could be a turnoff to a guy?
It's not being independent. It is your attitude.
And some of those things in regards to the attitude, because you started off by saying, well, I'm independent, right? But it's not your independence, it's your attitude. And the reality of the matter is, the kind of guys that you want have a choice. They're not going to choose this kind of attitude. So when you're attractive, when you have a nice body, when you pay for money, pay for things and all that stuff, you can get attention. But the reality is, with that kind of attitude, you will not get retention. And so all day long, the fundamental reality is, when you're 20 and you have your looks, use your looks to leverage whatever you can get. But that eventually runs out. And at the end of the day, what's going to happen is, you're going to be at a point in your life where all you're going to have is who you are as a person. And if you have not spent time, energy, effort, and resources into investing into yourself to becoming a better person, what you're going to be is by yourself. And so, and my hope for these conversations is that we as men and women can talk to one another and build one another up. But to sit down here to tear each other down and to come with this negative attitude and this condescending demeanor, that's not the productive way we need to move forward.
And we can have a conversation about it. Go ahead. You had something, and then we'll turn it to Kevin, and then we'll let you speak as well,
Yeah.
Damaris.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Sorry. It's fine. It's open forum. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Say your piece. I saw that you wanted to say something earlier.
She mad.
No, I retire.
And me too. I feel like you said you were being respectful, but you weren't. As a man, I feel like you have no place to tell women how to make their money. And then you're referring to it as a sex industry.
They're not telling you. They simply asked you a question, and you guys she refused to answer the question. That's it.
Just because
That's what
you
happened.
have OnlyFans doesn't mean you're having sex on it. You could be cooking on OnlyFans. You could do whatever
Yeah.
you want. So I just feel like
Yeah.
I'm just offended. And it's not just towards me, it's towards women, because men have no place at all to say how women should and
We
shouldn't.
have every place. We built the goddamn world you live in.
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna
The
say
God
what
built
platform
it.
we're on is built by men.
I'm gonna
Just
say one
talking.
last
Nobody made this about men or
guys
women.
do not get
This is-
paid
this is
unless
what
I stay here. So
this is what tends to happen.
Man, what she said? They don't get paid if you're not there. We all know you came here to get some exposure, so you can get some fans, so you can get some followers. Guys, this is all entertainment, okay? I don't act like this in person. I don't do that.
Happen when whether it's OnlyFans,
She about to
TikTok,
leave.
Instagram,
She's a follower.
and when women
Bye.
can't handle it, they leave. This is the point. This is about business. Business isn't offensive, but when people in their lack of knowledge gets exposed, they get offended. They call themselves experts and business owners and everything else. You're online strippers.
They call themselves business women. They're online strippers. You see, OnlyFans is putting the girls thinking that they're business women. That, you know, basically it's business, but it's just like he said, they're online strippers. What's the difference between a stripper and a girl that has a OnlyFans business? I just answer yourself. Put it in the comments. I don't care. I'm not about to answer that.
Would make a little bit of money. Congratulations. I'm good with escorts. I'm good with strippers. But when someone like Hafiz or myself tries to sit down and talk to you about your level of ignorance, you're offended. Your ignorance is what offends you. And it's offensive to me that you're going to try to make this about men and sexism. This is what the world has done. It's got little pampered princesses who can get online, make some money, and think that they're on the same level as men who built this world, and they are not. That's what you just saw them leave, because they can't go get onto Wall Street, Main Street, anywhere, into a bank, into anybody's business to be taken seriously with their so-called business plan or their go-to-market strategy. You're taking what the world has given you, your creator has given you, and you put it online. Thank men for building the internet, the computers, the smartphone, and everything else that allows you to sit up in your luxury apartment and get paid for showing your feet. We did that. You didn't. And in 10 years, when no one wants to see your feet or your G-string or your tattoos or whatever else, Hafiz, Chris, the roommates, Mario, Fresh, not Mario, Myron, Fresh, we will all be still running our businesses because we don't get emotional about business. When somebody tells us we have a hole in our game, we humble ourselves, we check ourselves, we get better. That's what men do, because we have the business of building the world. We can't fucking walk off like babies because it happened. I didn't like it. See, Atlas can't shrug. If we shrugged, you would die. That's what happens every time one of you little crybabies gets called out here on the platform you came to get attention you asked for. When you get more smoke than you're willing to handle, you want to cry and stomp off. Well, kick rocks. And guess what? There'll be a new one tomorrow, because neither one of y'all on the panel can honestly say that you are bringing something to the market that ain't 15 other chicas down on the street bringing. None. So when we sit here and try to have a conversation with you and tell you, guess what? Whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, every new influencer, every new person thinks just because they have the dope content, they've got the fucking key. They've been discovered fire. They've invented the wheel. And there's more that goes into it than just turning on a camera and saying, hi, I'm on YouTube. Hi, I'm on Facebook. Hi, I'm on OnlyFans. It takes planning. It takes work. It takes strategy. It takes business knowledge. It takes collaboration. It takes a lot of things that you obviously don't have. And that's why you're upset, because at the end of the day, you know you don't have them, and you don't have the patience, the intelligence, even the intelligence, even the resources to sit down and just listen. So carry your cell phone, and when OnlyFans stops, Subway will be hiring.
Oh my God, mic drop.
Wow.
I'm gonna cut it right there. Kevin just went on a rant, and what he was saying is the truth. You got you know, I had a friend, actually two of my friends, like old friends from high school, right? And I was hanging out with one of them, and she was like, "Oh yeah, this our friend is making like 2K a month on OnlyFans. She just quit her job and stuff like that." I'm like, "Look, I'm not gonna damn. I ain't even got my water. I'm not gonna like yo, what's the freaking word, bro? Look, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna judge you or anything. But come on, like every girl now, like a lot of girls are just quitting their job to take that leap of faith, like she said, and start on OnlyFans because it's easy money, easy work. You wake up in the morning, you take your cell phone, with your iPhone 12 or whatever you have, you take a picture and you post it, and you're getting money monthly, and you're getting tipped at the same time. And it's from those beta males, especially from those guys that you will never notice. You know how many girls walk around and like how many guys are ignored by women? You know how many guys are not even noticeable for majority of women? And those guys right there are in your OnlyFans. Those are not the guys that you want in your life. Clearly, beta simp. I'm joking, but definitely those are not the guys that you want in your life. But they want to rearrange you. Matter of fact, we're gonna call those guys manginas, simps, beta males, whatever you want to call them, beta male provider, whatever you want to call them. They just supporting. They're not even supporting you. They're paying for your product. They want to rearrange your insides, but they'll never get a chance to do that. And once you come around guys you really want, you cannot get them. Because let me tell you something, a healthy guy will never, a healthy guy, healthy, mentally healthy, would never get with a girl that have OnlyFans. That's not how it works. You see? You're getting your money now. You're buying your Chanel bags, your Birkins, your car, new apartment, and stuff like that. But a healthy guy with options will never be with you. And this is what girls do. When they're like on their teens, like 18 plus and 20 less than 28, that's like your prime. You do whatever you want, my baby. You see? And you got so many options that you're ignoring the guys. You know, you're with guys that have a lot of money or status or whatever, right? But when you get older, those guys that you're messing with don't want you no more. And those guys that you used to ignore are the successful guys right now. But guess what? They don't want you. Because guess what? The only thing you had for yourself was your looks. And guess what? They will fade away. They will fade away. But anyways, man, I felt like this video was kind of too long, so I just wanted to give you like a piece of the video. I'm gonna leave the link of the original video on the bio so you guys can watch it, right? It's a full podcast, but this one is just a part of the podcast. The podcast is probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, but you guys gonna check it out. Like I said, I'm gonna link the original video in the description. And it is what it is. Anyways, it's your boy JT. Clocking out.